Take a look at this story from New York Mag. Just asking questions is the section. Bud Light, Target, and a new era of corporate caution by Benjamin Hart. I love this. He says, initially he thought nothing would happen. He says, I assumed it would have little to no effect. Instead, it has delivered a major hit to Bud Light sales. He then goes on to say, do you think, okay, let me start over. How unusual is it for a campaign to be working this well? And do you think those factors are why it's been so successful? Ladies and gentlemen, pat yourselves on the back. I mean, this is significant. This is going on 2 months now, and it's only getting worse for any of the brands associated with the cult.
Yeah, and this is extremely encouraging to see. You mentioned a moment ago the fact that the Bud Light boycotts went very well. Significant damage was caused to a company which was pushing something horrible. I remember when the Target boycotts began, one thing I said was we need to be very careful about ensuring that we stick to the Target boycott, because this is going to determine whether the Bud Light boycott was a fluke or whether conservatives as a market are going to retain this power.
Well, yeah, they've got to be. If the thing is, if we jump out there too quick and we start trying to boycott everything real quick, none of them will be successful.
Agreed.
And we will start losing our effectiveness, which is back to what I was saying. We have to cause permanent economic harm to a large company. And Bud Light has so far been that company. And it looks like their brand, man, I've never seen a brand destroyed so quickly and so succinctly ever. They're not going to be able to just come back and all of a sudden, they've put out bottles with camouflage bottles. They just put out a Harley Davidson special edition bottle.
Oh my God.
Like, it's just harming Harley Davidson. It's not bringing their brand back. And so again, if we stick to it, I don't know how long a Target boycott will last. That it's harder for a lot of people to do without.
It's not about the boycott, though. That's the important thing.
No, I get what you're saying on the other side of it, but just saying as to what conservatives will actually stick through and holding the feet to their fire economically.
I don't think conservatives actually boycotted Target. I think regular people got pissed.
Yeah.
So I see two things happening. Bud Light was a boycott. It was high-profile individuals. Then what this guy points out in the New York Mag article is that people boycott, so the media picks it up, so the news spreads, so more people boycott. With Target, I think something was happening before the news even broke. We started seeing these videos pop up of people complaining. Then news broke of Target saying they had confrontations. Well, hold on. There was not enough time to have elapsed in when people on Twitter saw videos and when confrontations could have happened.
Yeah.
I think regular people walked into Target and went, yo, WTF, I got my kids with me. I don't want them seeing this stuff. Yeah. Then they filmed videos. Then Target responded. What we're seeing now with Target's stock collapsing is connected to Bud Light. But it doesn't matter what. So here's the important thing. Look, when the way I explained this last week was that I knew this woke woman, and she inherited property from her family in New York. And she was talking about marginalized people and all of that stuff. And I asked her if a black family moved next to her property in New York, would she sell? And she went, of course. And I was like, are you kidding? I was like, that's racist. I was like, why would you do that? And she said, because property value goes down. And I was like, are you kidding me? It goes down because people like you do this. And she's like, yup, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm not going to be the one who gets economically hurt by the system. What people need to understand is that the biases, I've talked about this before, this is the systemic bias. The market responds to fear of the market.
Yes.
And we've now created that because of Bud Light. It does not matter what people do going to Target. All that matters is the stock will go down.
Yep.
That means you could do absolutely nothing, and people holding Target will lose money because of the negative press, causing them to panic sell, causing the price to go down, creating a cascade effect.